live. That's rare. That's rare. Okay, you know what though? I want to discuss what the horrible event that happened a few days ago about a mass shooter named Frank James. Okay, like I say, he smoked like he unleashed a smoke grenade on a subway train and he started shooting people. Okay, and fortunately, nobody died, but they were badly injured and shaken up, and also the passengers who are not like physically hurt, are traumatized. Okay, eventually they caught that man. Okay, you know what though? That I went through his social media page. Okay, so what happened is that what happened is that like I looked through his Facebook page and like, well, like I'm not the only one. Okay, the media said some bits and pieces about what he said, but you gotta remember too that it was. I'm gonna tell you, we all read it, so I'm not gonna remind you of that. It's like his speech is full of hate and politics, and like he was threatening to harm people. Okay, and you know what though? He's a self-proclaimed black nationalist. That means that he's a racist that who hates everybody, including successful blacks. Okay, and well, I'm gonna tell you, it's so sad. He's a 62-year-old man. Okay, he's a failure in life, and he got a criminal rap sheet. And you know what? He managed to get a gun. Okay, and he's a felon. How about that? Okay, so I'm gonna tell you something about double standards. Okay, what happened? That Donald Trump, President Trump, social media page got shut down over the January 6th riot. I mean, correction, protest that he's not responsible for. Okay, and also too that I'm gonna tell you there are a lot of conservatives. Okay, who was on social media, their page been shut down over things that is not that bad. Okay, and so I'm gonna tell you, happened to me. I'm gonna tell you, I'm permanently suspended from Twitter because of my opinion about transgenders. Okay, well, let me tell you, it was no violence involved. Okay, and no hate whatsoever. So what happened? I'm gonna tell you what happened about Twitter. That Twitter is taken over by liberals who don't respect free speech. So I'm gonna tell you, you know what, y'all? That I've been threatened on Twitter. Okay, because of my opinion. And guess what I reported? And guess what happened? Nothing happened. Like when I say something, I'm tell you when I say something back to them. Okay, I'll put on about a 15 days ban over something I said. So I see the double standards here. Okay, now what bothers me is that like Frank James' social media page and like things he said it been there for a while. Okay, nothing was done. Okay, and also too that I'm gonna tell you, Avery Brooks, the man who killed several people with his SUV and up in the Wisconsin parade. Okay, there was about a few days after the Kyle Rittenhouse verdict was found not guilty. Then you see his YouTube and also Facebook page and Twitter page, and he talk about it was hate speech and had a picture of white people working the field as slaves and all that. So something though. Avery Brooks and Prince James are already old news because they start talking about them. They're double standards. Okay, let me tell you one example. Like when I post a picture of Kyle Rittenhouse, okay, on Facebook, okay, the video of him defending himself, and know what happened? I got restricted on Facebook because of that. Okay, that's a double standard too. So I'm gonna tell you that what I'm gonna tell you that social media is supposed to be rooting out so-called white supremacists, okay, domestic terrorists and all that, but like they had a tendency to ignore. So I'm gonna tell you, like the people of color who are terrorists and are racist. Okay, so they let it gone for so long. I'm telling you what though, there's been cases of how domestic terrorists were making threats on on social media, guess what happened? They got visited and arrested by by the FBI or other law enforcement agencies. Okay, so all right, so I'm gonna tell you my opinion. Frank James would have been stopped a long time ago if social media to do their job. Okay, so I'm gonna tell you, and so also the how the media just brushed it off. I'm gonna tell you where is Black Lives Matter? Where's Al Sharpton? Where are those people who claim that their civil rights or they get involved whenever a police takes somebody's lives? Okay, I'm gonna tell you where are they at. Okay, the people in the subway train was shot were black too. Okay, and also with all the violence going on in New York City, like mostly on black and black crime. I'm gonna tell you, where's Jesse Jackson? Where's Al Sharpton? Okay, where Black Lives Matter? Okay, and also too that here's never double standard here. Do you remember when Kyle Rittenhouse who shot the member of Atita who was riding? Kyle Rittenhouse is just there to defend his neighbor's property, okay? Along with I'm gonna tell you, second amendment rights. Okay, you remember Koreatown, okay? Well armed citizens, okay, fought off the rioters in L.A. doing after Rodney King better. See that's exactly what Kyle Rittenhouse doing, like a bunch of mob. Like Atita, like they know to jump people, okay? They attack Kyle Rittenhouse as they try to stop them from burning down the gas station, okay? All right. Remember, you don't hear that on CNN. And then what happened was that time, he shot and killed a man in self-defense. So he would try to get away, all right? He was running for his life, okay? All suddenly, several more people attacked him. I'm gonna tell you, the first one was a guy who kicked him in the back of the head. Yeah, he's a convicted felon, okay? And also, I'm gonna tell you, a guy hit him with a skateboard and knocked him down, okay? All right, he pulled like a guy skateboard pulled out a gun, tried to kill Rittenhouse, and so Rittenhouse shot back in self-defense, okay? Ribbon armor is all there. Well, what happened because of the political climate? He got arrested for murder, okay? And what happened was, and how President Biden called him a white supremacist. And I'm gonna tell you, Rittenhouse don't have any racist blood in his body, okay? So of course he's a LeBron James fan. Oh yeah, LeBron James slammed him. Oh, by the way, LeBron James, where were you when Frank James, the man who had your surname, shot several people at a subway station, okay? Where were you when Avery Brooks ran over several innocent people, okay? Yeah, that's okay. So think about it, LeBron James, all right? So I'm gonna tell you, don't worry, LeBron James. I still like you, okay? All right. So and also too, that while Frank James and Avery Brooks, like I say, they're old news now. You got to remember, they kept Kyle Rittenhouse going for days, every day, almost a year or so. Then he was found not guilty, okay? And people are mad about it, okay? So I see the member of Congress will try to find a way to convict them because they're not satisfied at all. I mean, I'm going to tell you one thing, those Democrats. What are you doing now to fight the crime surge that's going on in the post-riot Biden America, okay? Now you got to hold the criminals or go to other communities and robbing people, okay? Follow them, rob them, killing them, rape them, whatsoever, because they're all right. Just like that, the black homeless man who followed a Chinese woman, a Chinese American that is, to her home and stabbed her to death, okay? Think about it, Democrats. What are you doing to keep our country safe, all right? So are you too busy worrying about white supremacists? All right. So you got to remember, there are extremists on both sides. Okay, think about it. There are hate groups. I'm gonna tell you about Frank James. I'm gonna tell you so haunted. He remind me of my father. Okay, because my father is also a hardcore racist, hate everybody. But he told me that don't marry a person outside your own race. He told me and the kids that, okay? All right. So that's how hateful he is, okay? And also, when I dated outside my race, he gave my girlfriend who was Jewish and Mexican, also had a white girlfriend after that too. A hard time, okay? So so I'm gonna tell you, he also very violent too. He shot a couple of people or more. I don't know because he's a real criminal. But I'm gonna tell you that he's very abusive as well. So he died of a drug overdose up in the LA Skid Row. So I'm gonna tell you, good for him, okay? Because of the way he treated me and my family. So he reminded me of him, okay? Like, I'm gonna tell you about Frank James, okay? Well, I'm gonna tell you, he's a lonely man with no wife, no kids, okay? He probably got kids somewhere that he don't give a darn. So you got to remember, people, there are so much double standards out there. So people, please be safe, all right? Have a very nice evening. How do I turn this off? Okay. All right. All right. Feel free to comment. Okay, take care, everybody.